Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bulldog Business Show. Thank you for joining us as we share all the great things that are happening in the MSU College of Business. We also keep you updated on our social media platforms. You can find us and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and on X. And if you're listening to us by podcast today, thank you all for joining us as well. So coming up, we're going to highlight some special programs available through the College of Business that could benefit small businesses, even veterans. We're going to get to that in just a moment. But first, our business bites for today. The Center for Entrepreneurship and Outreach is accepting applications for Startup Summit 2026. Now, this event is our business plan competition where contestants go head to head with their startup ideas and their plans. We'll have a category for college students from all over the U.S. and then the Mississippi Made competition is open to all startups based here in the state of Mississippi. We even have a high school component this year. The deadline to apply for Startup Summit is March the 9th, and then Startup Summit 2026 will be April the 10th at the Mill. It will be a great time, so make plans to join us. So it's a new year and we're gearing up for more Club 1915 events. Our first stop in Nashville we had to postpone because of the icy weather conditions, but we will have information on the new date, which is now set for the spring. We're headed to the Dallas area in February to host alumni as the Diamond Dogs play in a series at Globe Life Field. Then we will be in Biloxi for more Bulldog baseball. So watch your emails and follow us on social media so that you can get the details for all of those events. Now to our first guest, Mary Graham from the Small Business Development Center. And she is joining us to talk about the mission and how they support entrepreneurs. Thanks so much for being here,
Thank
Mary.
you for having me.
So just begin telling us, first of all, what the Small Business Development Center is, what you do.
So the Small Business Development Center was developed by the Reagan administration in the early 80s. It was put into place to help small businesses fill the gap between the product or service that they offer and understanding the business side of things. So we counsel small businesses, whether it's a very beginning or if it's a business looking to grow or even through succession.
So I talked about the Startup Summit that's coming up. A lot of people with business ideas, and some of them already have plans on paper. Those are kinds of the sort of people that you look for that either have a plan already on paper, maybe they've started, but they've just kind of hit a roadblock and don't know what to do next.
Yes, absolutely.
So do you send them to resources? Do you give them the advice? What are some of the things that you offer for these businesses?
Well, it depends on what stage of the business idea they are in. If they come to us with just an idea, generally our first line of
sort of advice or
right,
them, yeah.
It's going to be the business plan. Let's get the ideas together. So we help them format their business plan. Of course, the writing has to come from them, but it's a lot of times that's easier to handle when you've got someone counseling you on what each section needs to look like. From there, we help with the financial projections. Is this business actually going to be profitable? If it's not profitable, there's not any sense in pursuing that.
Right.
And then from there, we can help with the registering for LLC or most of the businesses we get are going to be LLCs, but we can help with corporations, S Corps and C Corps as well.
And I'm guessing that LLC process is something a lot of people just don't think about. You need to do that in order to operate as a business.
Absolutely, and there's plenty of businesses out there that will charge them because your average business owner is maybe perplexed by the LLC process, and we're there to
guide them through,
to help guide through it at no cost.
You also help students. Now, so some of these, your clients are going to be businesses, but some of them are students in the College of Business who are looking to start businesses.
Yes, Absolutely. So one day a week I do work in the e-center. I have an office in the e-center, and that day is primarily reserved for student entrepreneurs that are currently working with the e-center or faculty staff. Anyone that may find it hard to get off of campus.
Right, because you're not, and that's a good distinction. When you're not located in McCool Hall, you're actually in the research park, right?
I am, yes.
Okay. So if I'm, in this final minute here, let's say I'm a cottage bakery. I've got a business, I've got some clientele, but I don't have an established location. I'm doing it out of my kitchen. Is this something the Small Business Development Center can help me to grow if, one day my aspiration is to have my little standalone business?
Absolutely. We can counsel through the cottage bakery portion, help with that part, and then when they're ready to grow, we can even help in possibly locating a place for a storefront. We have resources to help businesses in any aspect of the...
No matter the stage you're in.
Yes.
If people want to contact you, how can they do that?
Sorry.
Probably just can they call the Small Business Development Center?
They can, but my information is on the College of Business
website.
Yes.
Yes, your email address is there.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mary. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, some information on helping veterans through the business process. We'll be right back.
At Mississippi State University, business isn't just learned, it's lived. From hands-on projects to real-world partnerships, our students don't just prepare for the future, they help shape it. They turn ideas into impact through experiential learning and entrepreneurship. At Mississippi State, our students gain the skills, confidence, and connections to lead. Experience Bulldog Business and build the future you imagine.
All right, we are back, everyone. Mark Scott is joining us now. He's the Director and Program Manager for the MSU Veterans Business Outreach Center. The center plans and organizes an agreement with the Small Business Administration. So thanks so much for being here.
Love to talk about our program.
Absolutely. So you specifically help veterans out of your office, yes?
Correct. Veterans and military spouses.
Okay. So tell us about some of the services you offer and how people can take advantage.
Well, Veteran Business Outreach Center, VBOC at MSU as we go by, we're one of 31 in the network. And we cover region, Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana. And we provide a lot of resources from training. Our umbrella program is the Boots to Business program, where service members and military spouse are leaving the service and they want to explore entrepreneurship. So we have a 2-day class. We teach that. We also do it online in a 1-day version. Then we do business counseling where help them refine their idea, and we also have a follow-on program that Mississippi State has called Boots to Business Revenue Readiness that helps them get that business plan. So a broad aspect.
Making that transition, Mark, out of the military life to civilian life is daunting enough, but I can't imagine coming out of it and go, hey, I think I want to start a business.
We are part of the DoD Transition Assistance program, and so we cover 10 installations in our 3 states, so we go and give 2 days instruction. You're absolutely right. Some are just exploring it. Some have 4 years, some have 24 years. Some want to explore what is small business about, and that's what we teach them, and then we don't leave them there. If they decide, then they can sign up for our counseling and get that business plan done and move forward.
Some of these veterans that you have come in contact with who do have some entrepreneurial dreams, what type of businesses are they talking about?
It varies from the service, the trades business, HVAC, plumbing. They see that is obviously a growing market out there, to bakeries, to restaurants, to transportation, trucking. So it's all over, and we had one that recently won a lot of the pitch competitions of last year, Dr. Brandy Brown, her and her husband went to our Boots to Business program, and they have now a successful mushroom business, and it's mushrooms that help preserve fruits and vegetables longer, and they're very successful. And they started all there with an idea.
Tell us a little bit more about the Boots to Business program, how it works.
The Boots to Business program is a 2-day course that we offer at TAP. And it covers 8 modules, and I always call it the things you need to be thinking about as you look to start a business.
And your wife teaches the classes, right?
No, that one's ours, but what I think you're referring to is the follow-on program after we do our Boots to Business, is if they're serious about doing it, there's a more intense program, a 6-week program that's live and online. We bid and won that in 2017. So anybody in the world that's taken Boots to Business, CONUS or in Europe, can come take that program live and online. And it's very unique, and we were doing live online before COVID started. And
so you weren't new to that, were you?
We weren't new to it, but we're approaching about 5,000 graduates from that program. It's the only one like that within SBA, and it's been a very successful program.
When you have veterans that do go through the programs, they start their business, and you watch them grow, that must be such a gratifying feeling for you.
Yeah, and we have a thing called success stories, and so there's, we always like to feature our success stories. So if you want to look at a few of them, just visit vboc.msstate, and you can get there, and you can get to the revenue readiness from there. You can see that, yeah, we like to feature that. And like I said, it's been various types of business that you'll see out there.
So if I'm a veteran, entering back into the civilian life, I've got this business idea, maybe I even have a plan. What's my next step in order to get the services that you provide?
Just go to our website, vboc.msstate.edu, and you'll sign up for, it's called business counseling. You sign up, very simple to sign up, and then you'll get contacted myself, and I'll advise you a little bit, and then I'll assign you one of my business counselors, and we'll develop a roadmap of where you want to go for your business.
Okay, any other specific information that I'm going to have to let you know besides it's me, here's what I want to do?
Well, hopefully that when you sign up, you're in Mississippi, Alabama, or Louisiana. Okay. And then we ask what veteran status, and we're also it's not just the person coming out. We're available to the National Guard, reservists, and veterans that have already been out. Sometimes about 5 years down the road, and then they come through and sign up, and we send them through a Boots to Business Light program called Reboot. And then they're eligible for the follow-on program. And after they graduate the follow-on program, they come back to us. So and one thing I want to emphasize, everything that we do is at no cost.
That's important to know.
Yeah. We won't say it's free because you're taxpayers.
And it's also open to spouses too.
It's open to military spouses.
All right.
Yes.
Great work you're doing over there, Mark. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
All right. As always, don't forget, join Club 1915. Check out the QR code that's going to be on your screen. Scan it. It'll take you to the website where you can find out more information and join at that link. If you are listening on the podcast, it's business.msstate.edu/club1915. And we're out of time. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you on the next Bulldog Business Show.